London, December 1952. Winter had arrived, and the city was freezing. Families lit coal fires to keep warm. Factories burned fuel around the clock. To Londoners, it seemed like any other cold December. Nobody knew that one of the deadliest environmental disasters in history was only days away. An invisible killer was about to descend on the city. On December 5th, a dense fog began to form over London. At first, nobody paid much attention. Fog was common in the city. Londoners had lived with it for generations. Many even had a nickname for it. They called it a pea souper. But this was no ordinary fog. As the hours passed, it became thicker than anything people had ever seen. Entire streets disappeared behind a wall of gray. Streetlights became faint glowing dots. Buildings vanished into the darkness. Drivers could barely see a few feet ahead. Pedestrians struggled to find their way home. The city was slowly disappearing. What people didn't realize was that the fog itself wasn't the real danger. The air was filled with toxic pollution. Millions of homes were burning low-quality coal for heat. Factories released thick smoke into the atmosphere. Power stations added even more pollution. Then nature created the perfect disaster. A weather condition known as a temperature inversion trapped the polluted air close to the ground. Normally, smoke would rise and disperse. This time, it couldn't. The pollution became trapped over the city like a giant lid. Every breath became dangerous. People began coughing. Their eyes burned. Their throats became irritated. Many struggled to breathe. Some thought they simply had a cold. Others believed the symptoms would pass. They were wrong. As the fog grew worse, hospitals began filling with patients. Doctors worked around the clock. Waiting rooms became overcrowded. Ambulances moved slowly through the darkness because visibility was so poor. The elderly were among the first victims. Then children. Then people with asthma, bronchitis, and other respiratory illnesses. Every day, more people became sick. Every day, more people died. Yet the fog remained. At its worst, visibility dropped so low that people could barely see their own feet. Public transportation began shutting down. Buses stopped operating. Cars were abandoned on roads. Some trains experienced delays. Theaters canceled performances because audiences couldn't see the stage. Movie screenings were interrupted. Even indoor events were affected. The fog was so thick that it entered buildings through doors, windows, and ventilation systems. There was nowhere to escape. London had become trapped inside a cloud of poison. For 5 long days, millions of people endured the nightmare. The death toll continued to rise. Families watched loved ones struggle for breath. Funeral homes became overwhelmed.
Many deaths were not immediate. Thousands more would die in the weeks and months that followed due to damage caused by the toxic air. What began as a fog had turned into a national catastrophe. Finally, on December 9th, the weather changed. A strong wind swept across the city. Slowly, the fog began to lift. Sunlight returned. People could finally see the streets again. But the disaster was far from over. Officials initially estimated that around 4,000 people had died. As researchers studied the event in later years, they realized the true number was much higher. Modern estimates suggest that as many as 12,000 people lost their lives because of the Great Smog. The tragedy shocked Britain and the world. It revealed just how deadly air pollution could be. Public outrage grew. The government was forced to act. In 1956, the United Kingdom introduced major clean air laws designed to reduce coal smoke and improve air quality. Those laws helped prevent another disaster on the same scale. Today, the Great Smog of London remains one of the deadliest environmental disasters in modern history. There was no explosion. No earthquake. No warning sirens. Just a fog. A fog so deadly that it silently killed thousands of people and changed a nation forever.